So everyone, and welcome back to some more Code Goose. But before I talk about the possible spoilers, here's another promotion right here. So please be sure to check out Myung Him for more amazing art. Links to dim and link below. We also find links to this reaction video. And my god, stuff happens. My brain, oh god, a rattle. Yeah, VV died, and it seemed that he was actually the Emperor Charles' brother. I didn't think that actually. I didn't think they were. I just thought they literally had some sort of connection. Not that they, and they just called it out of, as people do something. I call, like, my best friend, I call him my brother, and all that. So that was for him. And then the very thing that CC lost all her memories, pretty much everything, until the moment she got her own Geass way back, and now it's seeming to be mortal. And it is as said. Every time Lelouch trying to do something good, it's like the entire fucking world just fucks him over. It's like, nope, that's not gonna happen. You're gonna get shitted on, and it's just sad. Yeah, I feel that, like, everything you try to do, it just never go as planned. Well, there is a plan, but then it doesn't just won't go that way. It just gonna fuck things up, and that feels so heavy. And how everything's gonna go now. And I do understand the concept of what he planning with, what they created with the United Nations, the Federation of United, whatever it was called, that instead that a country has an army, there is an army that is pretty much everyone's army, so to speak, and protects them. And in general, and in thought, that sounds like the best idea for me, in my regard, in that regard, because then it would mean that everyone have their their part in this. So it doesn't obey one country, so not one country can go like starting like, aha, now take over. But at the same time, I think that if it's get influenced, it could definitely cause problem in its own way. But then again, I think it's crazy, like certain countries, aka like USA, Russia and all that have massive armies and spend so much money, like USA especially. I find that as crazy. I mean, in a perfect world, we wouldn't need an army, in my opinion. Well, sure, I mean, obviously, in many countries, and even here in Sweden, the army have been helping out when it's emergencies, like in nature catastrophe. Oh man, I can't say the word right now, and all of that. But then, instead of having like a military for that you just have a better, more resources on that kind of thing, like to help in case of this situation, so to speak. But yeah, I do know that it would be in a perfect world. Sadly, we don't live in one. Or, in ways, I guess it's good, because in a perfect world, I hardly imagine how that would be. But obviously, it would be nice. But we are humans, and if it's something we are good at, it is to destroy each other. For some fucking reason, we all started to argue, and, I don't know how many times. I mean, it is pretty much like that. Just the internet. We have people that are flaming and hating each other, either if you're on the left or the right. If you're on the left, if you're on the right, so to speak, you're getting called Nazi, you're getting called racist and stuff like that. But if you're on the left, you're getting, as soon as you disagree, you're called a beta-cock, you're SUV, and all of this shit, Everyone attacking each other all the time for all the things. And sometimes, I mean, I've been attacked many times for being SGV, for example, and stuff like that, or beta-cock, I'm not allowed to talk. And it's really hard to being able to have a conversation right with people these days. And I'm not surprised, because it's getting so vocal and all of that. And I think the main thing is that people really, and maybe it's some random talk here, but I feel like when talking about with Code Geass and all that, with this entire world thing going on, is that there's two things I think is problematic today with things this as with cookies and all that, is that people, I think, many times can't admit that they are at fault, or they supported a person that they thought was good, but in the end wasn't actually good at all, and they can't admit that they made a wrong decision. I think that is a very big problem, and I'm like that if I discuss something with, for example, my father and I have very different, we're pretty much, he's on the right and I'm on the left pretty much in most regards. And I don't want to go into any discussion with him or anyone for that matter if I don't try, at least I try to read up about the thing we discuss. While my father, and it's not only people on the right, it's on the left as well, like, oh well, I saw this on Facebook, that means it's truth, and that's it pretty much. And then of course if you rebuke that, say, but no, that is not the truth, here is the actual fact about that, and they can't admit that, and that is a big problem for anyone. And of course people that say, I love insert president, king, name, as soon as they say that, and I mean that, you're watching Trump tweet something and you see people like, oh, I love you, president, you're the best. I find that is fucking scary. And that is not only with Trump, if it had been Obama or any president or anything like that, because as soon as you say that you love this person, this president or this king in whatever country, you pretty much make yourself immune to all the bad things. You will only see the good things they do. I think that is a very big problem. If you're blindly loyal and love to a leader, I think you shouldn't do that. You can like them and you can dislike them and things like that. But when you say that, oh, you love them, I see that as a huge problem. Because you're not supposed to love them. You're supposed to tolerate the leaders, pretty much. That is what I think. Because they are not there because you love them. They are there because they're going to do a job to take care of this country that you are born in or have moved to or have fled or whatever, and trying to make it a better place for everyone. Not just a little clique of the elite or anything like that, but for everyone. And if you start blindly following someone, you don't see anything else, so to speak. I think that is a big problem today. I know lots of political shit, and I wouldn't be surprised if there is an angry right activist, like right-wing activist, like, oh, you're bought by the deep state, beta cuck, something like that. Wouldn't be the first time, but well, whatever. That is what I think, at least. People can't stand each other. Then again, I think we have been there like since cave people. But yes, and that is what I think with this entire thing with Code Geass, that now people are so engrossed in their naturalism that they won't accept anything else, And is it something that is leading to more war? I feel like it's okay to be proud of your country. I mean, I'm proud of Sweden. I like Sweden. Sweden is a nice place. Even if there are people who say that, oh, it's a fucking dumpster fire, but it isn't. Sure, it has its problems. All countries have its problem. But it's like a person. No person is perfect, but you still love those persons and you try to help them. But when you think about a country and you're thinking that my country, number one, fuck everything else, that is no good. It's like saying, I'm perfect, I'm the best, fuck everyone else. It's not going to end so well. It's going to be hard. But it's okay to love yourself, of course, and take care of yourself. But when you put yourself in front of everyone else, that is another thing. It's like saying that, oh well, we're gonna have sex, but it's only I'm allowed to come. You're just gonna take it and then go. It's not very nice and not very fun for the others. Well, I know. I'm sorry for blabbering, but I think it's something that can be interesting to talk. And in the end, I'm curious how this is gonna end up with this Code Geass and all that, with this war. I don't think it's gonna end well. But well, I will be back with more next week. So thank you for watching. See you later on, and have a continuous super great day.